Hey everybody, so today is my one brand tutorial. I am wearing a full face of Urban Decay. I did cheat a little bit. My contour and my highlight are actually not contour and highlight products, they are eyeshadow. The reason being that I absolutely cannot stand the way the Urban Decay highlighter looks. I'm sorry if you like it, that is totally your prerogative, but I don't like it. It's just so glittery and I'm just not into like a glittery highlight. I want it to look like I'm shiny, like this. I want to look like I'm glowing. I don't want to look like I'm, you know, going to my high school prom or, you know, like just have been sprayed with glitter on the face. It's just not my cup of tea. So if you like it, like I said, that's your choice. You do you. And then for contour, they actually don't really have anything that I would consider to be a contour product. They do have a range of like palettes that has like a bronzer, a blush, and a highlight in them. I think that the bronzers are just a little too orange, especially for me being a pale person. They just don't look right. So I actually ended up using some eyeshadows from a couple of the Naked palettes, and I think it actually turned out really well. It's a little bit gray in camera, but I promise you in person, it just looks really super subtle. So yeah, if you don't like it, you don't have to use it that way. You can just use your regular contour products, whatever. But can we talk about, hold on, let me zoom you in. Can we talk about this eye pencil? Because this shine I've got here going on the bottom, and then just like that sort of shine just a tiny bit in my waterline. Can you, hold on. Let me see, like, if I reapply it, it'll just apply a little bit more. Like, it gives you just like this heavenly glow. Oh my gosh, I'm in love with this pencil. I'm gonna use this pencil even when I'm not doing my one brand tutorial. This is like my new favorite inner corner highlight thing. Because, I mean, I just look, whoop, open eyes. I'm looking at myself in the viewfinder. Can't get enough of it. Yeah, I changed my lighting a bit so that you could see the colors a little bit more vibrantly, but I think that my lighting being so dim actually kind of makes me look like I am much brighter, but I'm not. I promise this that's going on my cheeks, I don't look like that in person. It's so bizarre. I'm still trying to figure out the right lighting, so you guys let me know whether you think this looks better or worse than my last couple videos. And I'm going to try and keep on working on it so that I can get a really true to color thing going on here. This lip is my favorite. This is my favorite kind of color. I love the dark, almost black, like reds, purples, I mean even blues. I just love this lip. So yeah, another thing that I really enjoyed, since this is a one brand tutorial, I am kind of giving like a little bit of a review of things that I haven't used before now. I really am so impressed with my mascara. Like, I don't know if you can tell, but my lashes look so long right now. I mean, they're not particularly thickened, but to me, I look like I could be wearing like a really subtle pair of falsies, which is always goals. Yeah, so I've used Urban Decay's foundation before. I've always been a fan of the Naked Weightless foundation. You guys know I use that in a lot of tutorials. The Urban Decay concealer is, you know, hands down like my favorite concealer ever. I don't know that the primer really did a whole lot of anything. It made my face look, I guess, a little more smooth and luminous, but not like a whole lot. You can't really see it once the foundation's on. It doesn't really matter that much. Obviously, I've always been a fan of the De-Slick spray. Setting sprays in general I think are really awesome because they help to de-powderize the look of your makeup while also keeping your makeup in place, which is nice. Oddly enough, the Urban Decay powder, although I don't use it very much, it's actually a really good powder. I've had it before and used it, but sorry, my cat is deciding she wants to get in the cabinet now. Okay. Back. So the powder I've used before and I do really like it. I think that the reason I don't usually reach for it is just because it adds more coverage, and my skin, just the way it is, I think that it looks better off when I don't have as much going on, weirdly enough. The blush I have used a couple times before, but I've never used it in a video. I love these blushes. Their formula is amazing. They blend out beautifully. They're not streaky or patchy. I just think that they look really nice on the skin. Like I said, in person, I don't look quite as red. Like right now I look like I'm probably really hot, but it doesn't look like that in person. It looks really, really nice. I'm gonna try and take some pictures, hopefully, and actually stick those in the end of the video so that maybe those will look a little bit more true to life than this does right now. What else did I use? Primer Potion's good. It keeps your eyeshadow on. It makes your eyelids a little bit smoother. It's not gonna cancel out any coloration you have in your eyelids though. So if you're going for something that really needs your eyelids to be, you know, very even and very bare, like a very subtle look that has like just maybe a couple of colors in the crease just to deepen things, it might not do the job for you on its own. You can put something over top of it, or you can get one of their other eyeshadow primer potions. Actually, I think there are a couple of them that have actually a little bit of color in them. I used the, mainly for my eyes, I used the, where is it? Mostly for my eyes, I used the Naked Smoky palette, which is their newer Naked palette. It has all these gorgeous colors in it. I used a lot of the brown colors, but if you would like to see something using like some of these grays or, you know, like this purple in it, I can do that. The gold is absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, I think that all the colors in this are so pretty, and if you are kind of scared of doing a smoky eye, I think that this is like the kinds of colors that you need. For one, the eyeshadows blend really great, and for two, there are a lot of colors that work well together, but it's not all going to be in the same palette, so you can do like a warm tone smoky eye or a cool tone smoky eye, and you can do it as anywhere as subtle as what I've got going on, which is kind of more like a smoky cat eye, all the way to a full-on smoky eye, and you're going to get a good look. The important part about doing a smoky eye, just one last thing before I jump into the tutorial, is that just build up slowly from light colors to dark colors. Apply the dark colors in small areas, and as you need more or think that it needs a little bit more, just add more. You can always put on more product. You cannot take it away. So yeah, without any further ado, if you would like to see how to get this look, then just keep on watching.
All right, first I'm going into my eyeshadow primer potion, and I'm just gonna rub that on my eyes. You don't need to see that. Then I'm going into my Naked 2. I'm gonna take this color Foxy and put it all over the eyelid just to prime for my other eyeshadows and make it easier to blend. I used the Naked 2 because there's not really a color similar to this in the Naked Smoky palette. Now I'm going into the color Combust, and I'm going to put this in the crease. This is a pretty light color, so it's just going to add like a little bit of definition to my crease. It's not going to do a whole lot, it just kind of adds a little something. Now I'm going into the color Radar, and I'm going to blend this over pretty much like the second half of my eye on the outside corner and a little bit into the crease. Now I'm going into the color Whiskey, and on a smaller brush I'm going to take this and kind of put this in the outer V and a little bit into the crease as well. I basically just go back and forth into this small brush, putting a little bit more color on, blending it with my other smaller eyeshadow brush, and go back and forth until I reach a level I like. Now I'm going into the color Black Market, and again taking that smaller eyeshadow brush, I'm going to put this on the outer V, even less than I had that other brown, dark brown color, and a little bit into the crease. And again, I'm just going to go back and forth until I reach a good level. Just give things one final little blend. Now I'm going into the color High, and I'm just going to pat this on the lid. I think it just gives a little bit more pigmentation if it's patted as opposed to swept. And I'm going to put this from the inner corner to about the middle, meeting those browns. Now I'm going to take the 24/7 double-ended pencil. I'm taking the darker color. and I'm going to run that along my lash line very thinly. I think that this look would look fine with like a winged eyeliner or something if you wanted to do that. You could do a thicker eyeliner if you wanted to. It's really up to you, but I have this pencil and I like the way that my eyes look better when I have just like a very thin blended out line. I'm also going to tight line with this pencil, but I don't have any footage of me doing that, so just imagine it. And I'm going to go ahead and blend that out with a flat eyeshadow brush, just sort of smudge it a little bit so that it's a little softer. Alright, we're done with the eyes for now, so I'm going to go into my Brightening and Tightening Complexion Potion. It's a long name. I'm just going to smear this on my face, nothing too special. Then I'm going into my foundation. I love this foundation just because it looks so natural. It doesn't have like a sheen, but it's not super matte. It just looks like skin to me, which is really nice. I think it might be a little bit pale for me, to be completely honest, which is a little bit weird, but I think it matches my neck fine, so it doesn't really matter. I somehow missed the clip for the concealer, but it's just the Naked Skin concealer. You guys have seen me use it before, so I'm just gonna put this, you know, in my dark circle areas and conceal. Lately I've been using this small brush to blend out my concealer and then using my finger to sort of blend it even better, and I really like the way it looks and it helps me to keep a little bit more control. I don't like to do that whole like take it all the way down my cheek thing with my concealer because it really doesn't highlight that much on me because I'm so pale, so it just better to cover up my dark circles and get it over with. Now I'm going into my Naked Skin powder. I'm just going to sweep this over my concealer to set it a little bit and then over my forehead as well so I don't get super shiny. Now using this eyebrow pencil, I'm going to do the normal eyebrow thing. If you guys would like to see a video of me like slowly doing my brows, then I'll do that, but I think there are a lot of people who do their eyebrows better than me. I just kind of fill them in lightly, color in any spots that look like they need a few more hairs, that sort of thing. Now I'm going into this brow tamer gel, and just for forewarning, if you have any like little hairs around your eyebrows that are like out of line, it will make them show up more. I had to actually go through and like tweeze a couple of loose hairs out so it didn't look so crazy. Now going into my Naked 2 Basics palette, I'm going to take these two sort of middle gray-brown shades and use those to contour. I'm sorry that this is such an awful clip of me doing this. I don't know why, but I was ducking out of frame for almost all of it. Actually, while I'm talking about that, I'm going to go ahead and mention that I did not catch me doing my inner rim highlight or my under eye eyeshadow at all. But I do my under eye eyeshadow pretty much the same. So just, you know, take the darker brown color from earlier, line the under eye, and then blend it out with a pencil brush with a lighter color. Now I'm going into my Afterglow Fetish blush. I'm just going to sweep this over the cheeks, like you do. Now I'm taking the color Bootycall, also from the Naked 2 palette, and I'm going to brush this on the tops of my cheekbones. And I think this is a really nice, subtle highlighter. If you want something a little bit more intense, go for it, but I thought this looked really nice. Also going to take a little bit of it on the inner corner over top of that pencil. If you can see, I kind of put the pencil in the inner rim and then along the lower lash line a little bit. So I'm curling my lashes. And now I'm going to go in with the sub version and then the perversion mascara. The sub version just kind of adds a little bit of a thickeningness to it, but it's not super thick. This is definitely not a volumizing mascara in my opinion. Also, be very careful when you're doing your lower lashes with this mascara because the wand is so big, it's very easy to kind of get it on yourself where you don't intend to. Now going in with the Ozone lip pencil and this Urban Decay lipstick, and then gonna set it with the Slick Spray. I don't like to show myself doing my lipstick, just takes too long. So, but yeah, this is the final look. I hope you guys liked it. Thank you for watching, and bye.